I've been a diplomat. And you know my slogan behind me and the three D's and the three R's. I've been a diplomat, but I've always been a huge risk taker in my career. I'm not even UN now. One book that you may know, those of you who are interested in the genocide in Rwanda, was done by my former colleague, force commander, retired Senator, Canadian General Romeo Dallaire. I think his book, as I'm paraphrasing or I'm making it up, is called Shaking Hands with the Devil.
Justice and the U.S. Special Rapporteur that Israel's committing genocide in Gaza? You think Israel's committing genocide in Gaza?
Yes, it is a genocide in Gaza.
It is a genocide. Thank you, Mr. Dillon.
Bear that in mind. Shaking hands with the devil. It's a very difficult word. What is your view of me shaking hands with the devil? I'm one of those peace and security guys and human rights. So we go in there.
You may be a moral icon, but then you would be very inefficient in that sense because you need to talk, to have discussions with the actors that are perpetrating all kinds of oppression as well.
When I participate personally with the removal of dictator Yahya Jammeh in the Gambia, I was there before, between, after. There was political pressure, civilian boots on the ground. There was military pressure of the neighbors. This is as close as we got to threatening, excuse my French, Yahya Jammeh dictator, because while we were talking to him, we made airplanes fly on his palace. He knows it was done and extracted the candidate, the current president, Adama Barrow, who won.
I think in line with our principle of impartiality, which I was thinking earlier was the difference between being impartial and neutral. And I think it's about fairness also in the way we act.
I believe in impartiality. And that's one of those crazy talking points I'm throwing out there. I don't believe in neutrality because I work. And it is our neutrality which is causing the death of babies, boys and girls, because we're sitting around and whatever. So let me announce my colors. Life-saving. Under life-saving, if you need to shake hands with the devil, can you imagine I threatened Netanyahu? How many candidates threatened Netanyahu for justice? I did it. Probably I'm nuts.
And my specialty is to disarm people. I've done that as a career, to negotiate with folks who do bad things and to disarm them. I'm even ready to go in and disarm Hamas and have programs because people need to face accountability. But if you've committed a crime anywhere, you have to face justice. And you know what? This applies to the current Prime Minister of Israel. You're a member state? Okay. But we will not bow down to you. Mr. Netanyahu, you need to face justice. You can buy time. You can try to any kind of shenanigans. Some people will bow down. But there are a few people, even those who are beaten up by police, they are there, they're risking a lot. So I am telling you, you will face justice. Whomever dies first, I don't know. It doesn't matter. But my legacy will prevail. But in the context of my candidacy, I am saying justice is essential. Accountability is essential. Human rights. I mean, we have made a joke of international law.
And clearly the UN is not working. And I think by trying to, talk to these, essentially by trying to bring the global South together, and, thinking from a point of, the P5R and the way that the Security Council, specifically the permanent members, use their veto power to make the UN not work at all. I think we do need to seriously consider.
But you have to understand in my three R's, there's also revolutionary. Because the principles that we were meant to represent, to me, they don't work anymore. Société des Nations, which is a few blocks away, was killed because of the failure, because of World War II.
I think coming from Africa with the complexities that are there right now, in terms of even the ECOWAS, the Burkina Faso, Mali, I think it all depends with how we are viewing these complexities. Because at the end of the day, some of the African countries, we have seen the shift from the Western countries in Africa trying to stand on its own. And I think it will also depend with how you will frame or your actions, like in the broader perspective, in terms of our campaign messages coming out as more of highlighting the importance of just bringing all parties to the table, the maturity in diplomacy, where we are not aligned to one specific person or we are a global aspirant.
For me, if you are not willing to listen to all sides, you are not actually moving towards peace in any way, shape, or form. However, if Bruno is authentic in what he stands for, and we are still able to get endorsement from even pariahs, I would see that as a sign of inclusivity and listening to all parties.
I'm thankful to those of you who gave us ideas, very provocative ones. Okay, bye guys, you are fantastic. I need ideas, I need concrete stuff, and you need to push me and pull me. Bye-bye.